Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Abundance Oracle, here with a list of creating abundance by unique cuts in expenses. Uncommon and perhaps unthought of ways to cut back on your expenses. Let's get started. Number one, there's 9 tips. Number one, get free old newspapers for fire starters from your local library instead of buying or paying for fire starters. It's fabulous to have on hand. You might want to keep that in mind over the summer, but I can usually get them a month's worth of all the library's newspapers. And it's not using, since I have an organic garden, it's not using chemicals in the ink any longer. Now it's all made with vegetable dye, just in case any of you are worried about that. Okay, number 2, carpool to save money on gas. Your local library may have a public cork bulletin board to put an ad on. We have a small room in ours that has a printer copy machine and a couple of tables, notices, notice boards of upcoming events, and people's business cards. It might be a good way to grab a card and connect with other people. What about a laundromat, perhaps? We'll have these cork boards, bulletin boards. Our local pizza parlor, Pizza One, my favorite. I go there not as often as I used to, but I'm trying to slow down on that. And they have a bulletin board. Look around and start paying attention to where these bulletin boards are and notices in your town. Number 3, go to school, the school principal, and ask for help to pay for different things, the class field trips. Sometimes you have to bring certain backpacks in the beginning of school filled with pens and pencils and all this other stuff, and either your school principal can tell you where to go apply for those for free, or they might just be able to hand them over to you. I know in our town we got 8 to 10 free things all the time from families who made it their mission to help families that were struggling. Okay, number 4, ask friends to be able to go through their clothing donation bags before they give it away. I used to be willing to pick up the bags from their home so I could look through the bags, and they knew I was doing this, and take what I could use on my kids' Poshmark accounts. Then drive it to the donation center, drop off the bags that I wasn't using, and get a receipt and drive it back to my friend's house. So it saves them a lot of time and energy from having to do it themselves. They were able to help me out without it costing them any money or anything. So that helped a lot. Okay, number 5. My mother used to pick up friends' husbands' shirts and iron them at night. It didn't make a lot of money, but she was good at it. And the more she did it, the better faster she could do it and zip through them rather quickly. Now, unless a man is a corporate executive, mostly you can buy shirts that don't wrinkle anymore as long as you take them out of the dryer in sufficient time, or you don't do 5 errands at once, which I do. Okay, number 6, regrow your food. What? Yes, regrow your food. Leave an inch at the very bottom of the item. So for example, an onion, leave half an inch to an inch at the bottom where the roots are. Put them into a slightly damp pot with dirt, good healthy dirt, and keep it watered, the dirt around it. You will have a new onion come springing up out of the center. You don't have to wait till it produces a whole new onion. You can take and use the green sprout things that come up as chives instead. And chives, you can do that as well. Okay, the easiest is the onions. Next is the bottom of your romaine lettuce or your regular Boston lettuce. Cut, leave an inch on the bottom, put that into the dirt, keep it watered. That original round part on the old lettuce might die, but you will see new lettuce starting to pop out of the center. It won't ever be exactly as big as the old one, but if you're looking for fresh, free vegetables, that's one way to go without having it to cost you any money. A little bit of time, not much. I suggest you type in regrow vegetables into the YouTube search bar, and there are a lot of gardeners who will give you specific instructions on celeries, on a lot of other stuff too. So just use that. Okay, go into your attic. Number 7, go into your attic, basement, storage closet, sheds, and take out anything you no longer use and sell on Facebook Marketplace, which is local, so you don't have to worry about shipping anything, or Poshmark, which the buyer pays for the postage. You don't pay for the postage. Okay, number 8, set up barter groups. People trade skills. Someone that cooks homemade meals for the guy that clears the snow off the driveway in the winter. Here are some other skills that you can swap with. Homemade food. Give secondhand kids clothes that they've grown out of. Teach guitar lessons. Be a math tutor. If you've got goats, farmers have goats. Maybe you trade your cheese. Okay, old children's bikes to trade. This helps people figure out you have skills, you just need to acknowledge, oh, I know how to do this. So start a barter group. It's especially easy to arrange people of outgrown clothing swap meetings or swap mornings or however you want to do it. You might be able to use your library or some meeting room. They can tell you, no, you can't. We don't have any room for you to do it here, but call the community center. There, they'll have space for you to do these swap meets. And you'd be surprised. Some of these swap meets get really big. Okay. Gardening. When people are out of town on vacation, people are always looking for help with gardening. Or chickens. Maybe trade if you have an empty room with an exterior entrance. Maybe give them the ability to stay there off season and help you out for free. You just need to get creative in these days that are coming up. My niece has done house sitting. So if someone goes away on 10 days or 2 weeks for vacation, she comes and sleeps and uses the house basically for her sleeping. And she used to have a really small kitchen, so she couldn't ever get much cooking done. But when she did house sitting, they allowed her to use the oven and things like that. And it worked out great for everybody. She took care of the dogs and watered the plants. Okay, book swap days. Ask at your local library to give you a little room to use, people to swap books. Okay, number 9 and final tip. Town Hall has a public services department that will tell people of opportunities for getting help. I know in our town, in Connecticut, they had help with electricity bills, help with heating bills, help with food places to go to if you didn't afford food stamps. They also could refer you if you had lower income. You get free health care for your kids. So anyway, check it all out. Keep looking and keep checking out. You don't want to wait until the last minute when you're absolutely desperate to find these services. Okay, the key is to start now on those projects before you actually are in need or are desperate for help. All right. We're all in this together, so we all got to figure this out. Thanks for coming back, or to the new people, welcome, welcome. And I adore talking to you, and I hope this is some sort of help to you. Okay, bye-bye. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.